Looking for a job seems so damn hard nowadays, even though you have years of work experience.
As someone who has over 5 years experience in customer service, whether it's in fast food or being a sales associate, I myself cannot find a job.
You've been trying so hard.
I've been unemployed for 2 months now, and at this point I have applied to over 200 jobs.
But
I received 795 total rejection.
So in today's video, I'm going to cover why it's so hard to get a job and to give 5 practical tips that may enhance your chance of landing a job. And some of the tips are learned from my senior colleagues and the hiring manager. You might already hear certain reasons from someone out there looking for a job is so damn hard because of degree inflation. According to statistics, around 38% of US population held a college degree in 2022, and this number is roughly 5 times as high as that in 1960. This degree inflation directly causes fierce competition, as most job hunters still use a degree as the primary weapon to earn a spot in a company. Trying so hard but still fail to get a job is also said to be caused by
AI tools to sift through the flood of resumes.
Apart from this reason, some also believe LinkedIn is to blame due to the increasing number of ghost jobs that waste people significant amount of time. And employment rate statistics is also very misleading because according to its criteria, people like students or those who have been trying for more than 4 weeks without getting a job are not considered unemployed. So low unemployment rate you see from social media is pretty much just like a number game played by politicians. In my opinion, these reasons make a lot of sense, but there's my question. How can knowing why relate to you and help you get a job? Degree inflation is partly to blame because it enlarges the competition in the labor market. But what behind this phenomenon is actually basic and constant demand and supply rule, which cannot be changed by anyone, unfortunately. And yeah, many companies indeed use AI tools to filter out your resumes, and they still keep ghost jobs on LinkedIn to give you some false hope. But obviously, you cannot change these companies' strategy. The employment rate statistics is indeed very misleading, but you cannot stop politicians playing such a game. So since these factors are completely out of your control, here is tip 1. Stop self-blaming and self-doubting. Because that's not your fault. And from the micro perspective, that's the flaw of the roles in this game. So stop comparing yourself with people in your life who are currently holding to a job. The system got them a job, but it may also turn them into victims one day. And if you check the layoff statistics from tech and Amazon's recent cancellation of home office policy, trying to force people to quit by themselves without giving severance pay, you know what I mean. And from the macro perspective, I also believe the fact that getting job is so hard nowadays is related to business cycle. Just like, the nature having 4 seasons in a year, business also has 4 phases as a cycle: expansion, peak, contraction, and the trough. And quite intuitively, if business in the process of expansion, companies tend to hire more people so that getting a job is easier. This is actually what we call positive business cycle, and vice versa. So struggling to get a job might also be caused by negative business cycle. And in fact, there is a study showing the relationship between business cycle and unemployment rate. According to the graphs from the study, there's roughly a positive correlation between business cycle and the employment rates. Anyway, if you're struggling to get a job, don't take it personally. Don't relate it to your personal value and compare to your last generations like baby boomers. Although I think time gave them good opportunities to accumulate wealth, and a lot of them had quite stable jobs without even holding college degrees. But I think that means they are smarter than you, because throughout the human history, we human beings' IQ has always been normally distributed, which means 70% of population's intelligence falls into the same range. And because of the technology and AI, I think we as the current generation can have access to more information than they did in the past. And tip number 2, stop showing unrelated skills in your resume. As I mentioned before, many companies nowadays use AI tools to filter job candidates' resume. And this AI-based sifting approach is very keywords oriented, meaning that if words appearing in your resume are not recognized by the algorithm, you lose the chance. I think in reality, this is definitely not unique to those companies that use AI tools. There are still many hiring managers or recruiters out there who check each candidate's resume manually, and my manager is also one of them. You know, sometimes hundreds of resumes got piled up on the office desk, and in order to get the ideal candidates, someone in my team told me they usually just scan the resume very quickly to capture some keywords that fit the role. And if only a few keywords are compatible to the role, you are fucked up. So making sure the compatibility between your background, experience, and the role you apply to is the key to passing the first round of interview. Now, what does showing unrelated skills look like? And here's a story of one of my friends. Once she applied to a project manager's role, so basically it requires candidates to know something like a waterfall, agile methodology, team collaboration, etc. But it turned out she put a lot of other skills like volunteering, experience in the local community, language coach, a part-time job in a school, the head of student council, having C1 level language certificate in Spanish. And if I were the recruiter or the hiring manager, I would be like, wow, this candidate is excellent, but she has nothing to do with this job position anyway. And let me use the job spot called Risk Quantitative Analyst from Citi-bank based in Warsaw, Poland as example. If you scroll down to the job qualifications part, keywords here are like finance, markets, risk management, math, especially statistics, communication skills, and programming. Any project work experience or research work that are in these domains is considered relevant. And nowadays, I believe keywords filtering can be easily done by ChatGPT. So if showing unrelated skills is more or less equivalent to showing no skills hiring managers want, here comes to my third tip. Don't overshow your skill. Let me explain to you if it sounds a bit of surprising or counterintuitive, and let me use my personal experience as an example. So long story short, before I landed the current role, which is a junior quantitative analyst or data scientist, whatever, there was one lady who also applied to this role. My colleagues checked her resume, and she's like a PhD candidate, did a bunch of fancy AI research work, had years of work experience, but she still got rejected, partly because many data science roles in the banking sectors don't even use machine learning or AI due to the privacy and data security. So some of her skills are considered irrelevant, but I heard it was also because the team thought it just doesn't make sense that people have a very strong background to apply to junior roles, because that's just, such a waste of a talent. So that's one of the reasons why I got a job.
Nice.
Also, I believe many of you guys may hear stories like seniors applying to entry-level roles a couple of times. If you've never heard of it, that's good for you, because I think that's like a bullshit created by social media to spread a sense of anxiety to job seekers. I asked some of my friends or colleagues who are higher level in their career, and based on their experience, seniors applying to entry-level or junior roles always end up with failure. Because if you put yourself in the hiring manager's shoes, you would have asked the following questions very naturally. First, if your experience and skills are truly compatible to your senior title, why do you come to compete with a bunch of juniors? Secondly, as you're already a senior, if you land this, junior role, how fast do you want to get promoted? And on top of that, how much do you expect to get paid? I think this person from Reddit gives very good answer. Seniority level does not represent skills. My mother has been cooking for 15 years and is still not good. Very good sense of humor. Then here is the next tip. targeting degree inflation. As more and more people in the labor market nowadays hold a bachelor or even master's degree, getting a degree to get a job may not be a desirable way out. So instead of squeezing into this red sea, there are, some alternatives for you to consider. Firstly, I think being a freelancer might be a good idea. There are a bunch of apps like Upwork or Freelancer to get started. You may as well start by doing something with lower prices or even for free. Just, get some work experience and build your portfolio like a website to showcase your skills and the projects. Second, some online learning platforms like Coursera can also be a very good idea. Just pick some courses that you think can enhance your chance of landing a job, get a certificate, get your hands dirty to build some projects and solve real-world problems, and then build your portfolio. The last one here is for you if you are currently still a student at college or university. I think you truly have a lot of resources and opportunities to upskill. If you think what you are currently studying in your faculty is not enough or useful, you can simply go to other faculties and register courses that can help you get a job. And this is actually what I did. I was business student, but I realized I didn't just want to study like business and management stuff. So I registered many courses in quantitative finance from other faculty. And that's how I learned a bunch of other skills like statistical modeling, coding, and finance. Another advantage of being a student is that you can just talk to your professors and ask for the chance to be their assistant or do some research work with them. I think that's definitely a very big plus in your resume. This is my last tip. Referral, referral, referral. As an old saying goes in Chinese, 重要的事情说三遍, or important things should be repeated 3 times. Getting a referral from someone within the company can make your life much easier because referrals actually provide a personal view of a candidate, and companies trust their employees more than other applicants. Getting an internal referral makes a different story also because recruiters and hiring managers are very busy and they tend to seek for shortcuts. According to some statistics, applicants who get referrals are 4 times more likely to get hired than those who don't. And 82% of employers placed, referrals above other options. So if you want to get referrals, here comes networking, networking, and networking. If you're a student at university, just reach out and connect with your school buddies, professors, or students in a higher grade than you. You can simply invite them for a cup of coffee and ask them if they know any opportunities available for you. In my point of view, if you know any such a chance within the campus, the chance of getting a referral is definitely much higher because studying with each other at the same university is like a sort of a bonding between you, and you are more likely to trust each other. But if you don't have such opportunities, don't worry. Just go to LinkedIn and follow people like alumni or even some strangers in your region who are currently working in the company to which you want to apply. The chance of getting a referral is for sure much lower than getting one from your classmates or professors from the same ecosystem, but it's also for sure better than nothing. That's the end of the video. I hope these tips are helpful to you, and if you're currently looking for a job, good luck and see you next time. Bye!